Not gonna lie, Animal Crossing sounds a little too much like real life. What's the appeal? Having to take care of your plants and taking care of the things around you? Why do we enjoy it so much? Just like every other form of media, Animal Crossing is a form of escapism. But before we get into that, let's look at the history of Animal Crossing and how it developed over the years.
The very first Animal Crossing was released in Japan in 2001, and it was originally named Animal Forest, but was later changed to Animal Crossing. You were able to play this game on the Nintendo 64. Then came Animal Crossing Wild World. It was the second entry into the series. It was released in 2005 for the Nintendo DS.
After Animal Crossing Wild World, Animal Crossing City Folk was released in 2008 for the Wii. Then, 4 years later, Animal Crossing New Leaf was released for the Nintendo 3DS.
There were also spin-off games of Animal Crossing, such as Happy Home Designer and Amiibo Festival, leading up to the release of Animal Crossing New Horizons, which is the most recent Animal Crossing, and it was released in 2020.
So now that we got all the boring NPC sounding things out of the way, let's have our little conversation about, well, what's the appeal of Animal Crossing? Why do people enjoy it so much?
Yeah, the whole point of this video. So let's get to it for real.
Of course. Okay, you want to start, Nicola? You start. Why do you think they have such appeal and how people enjoy playing it?
Obviously, just like any other form of media, Animal Crossing is a form of escapism. We use media to escape, especially video games. But Animal Crossing is like kind of different, you know. You have like studious little tasks, and it's really open-ended.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that makes sense. Yeah, a lot of people also like. I'd say that Animal Crossing, like, well, the new one, New Horizons, got released in 2020. You know what I mean? And a lot of things were happening at that time. Obviously, the virus was new, and like a lot of people were just at home and didn't know what to do. And I would say like it really boomed because people didn't have much to do, and it gave them like a sense, like you said, escapism. They just stayed home.
Yeah, because
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you continue. I'm done.
Oh, at the time, like no one had any routines. So like to go on Animal Crossing, and like you would have to do those daily little tasks on Animal Crossing because you couldn't really do it in real life anymore. That was
gave
like,
them a sense of dopamine.
Yeah,
for
and like
real.
some sense of fulfillment for real.
Yeah, it gave them something to look forward to. Like a lot of people I know, when they were going through hard times, I guess like obviously it's so corny to say like, yeah, go on like, you know, Minecraft, but or like, you know, Animal Crossing, but it helps a lot of people. And like Animal Crossing was just like, you know, you start an island, you start fresh, you have things to do, you have tasks, you have things. It's like really taking over your real life and like bring it into a game. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it.
It even has seasons, like the seasons
Yes.
change.
And holidays,
Yeah.
seasons. It just brings it brings the real world into the game and makes it easier to handle.
And,
you know what I mean?
Obviously, for the newer version, you can play with other people. So
Yes, the older ones didn't have that.
So when quarantine first hit, and you obviously couldn't see those people in real life, going on Animal Crossing was like a big thing. I remember everyone was playing at the time.
Yes. Oh my God. People that weren't even playing games. A lot of people got Switches just to play it. And I don't want to sound like I know what I'm talking about because I really don't know what I'm talking about. But I think I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. We were on the internet 24/7, and everybody had a Switch.
Everyone had a Switch, and like it was a new time and a new era for people, and like they wanted to. It was a crazy time, I'd say.
And I think that Animal Crossing helps with like mental health and just again that form of escapism. But it's like a good form of escapism because there are some forms of media where like
it's bad. It's like the more you consume it, the worse you get. Like a lot of like people getting into like Instagram and like really becoming like needing like what's it called? The validation of people and their likes, and then like getting and seeing new things every 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, oh my God, that brings up another topic of like
and it makes things others.
Overstimulation. There's the overstimulation when you come on social media, and
You
like
get new things every 5 seconds.
and like it's like you get that instant form of like gratification, but with like Animal Crossing, you know, you have to do those tasks and then
And it takes time. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, yes, you can cheat and like change the date, but
that just
some
ruins
people
the
honestly-
whole thing, honestly.
some
Like,
people honestly really, really, really loved waiting the day and like doing their things and like slowly gathering things. You know what I mean?
yeah.
We were talking about earlier. We were talking about how we have overstimulation and we consume so much new media and so many new things. Personally, I think I deal with that a lot, and it's a struggle. Trying not to be bored with things and trying to like stay focused on like things. It's so hard for me to see shows now. Constantly having, I mean, yeah, I have my times where I binge my shows and stuff like that, but it's really difficult. I just get so, it's not happening quick that I need to go on Instagram. I need to go on Snapchat. And,
Yeah,
I don't use
so
Snapchat.
sometimes I can't even like watch like a whole movie without having to pause it and be like, I need to go on my phone.
Or
Even in
have
the
something
movie
to do.
theater, I'm like, let me go on the Instagram just for a quick second. What?
And
Like you're in the movie
and
theater,
it's
bro.
gross, and it's so
Yeah.
hard to be detached from your phone when it's constantly like, let's say your friends are messaging you. You don't want to feel left out and not read the messages when you're doing something. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's a hard time. And I feel like a lot of people are dealing with it and they're just don't realize that they're dealing with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, I know I'm so aware that I am so bad at keeping it going on my phone and constantly, it's a struggle. I try to pay attention, you know what I mean? Be aware and be present and be there, but sometimes it just,
Yeah.
it can't happen.
What's actually interesting, Mr. Call, who is the reason why we're doing this video in the first place, he
Yes.
made us watch this video on
Oh my God, let's
addictions
talk
to
about that.
phone.
Yes.
And the most ironic
It was so
part,
embarrassing.
The most ironic part, when we were watching this video,
The entire class
is
on their phone. Yeah. It was so embarrassing. I felt like I was like, what are they doing this? Mr. Call is literally showing us a video about how people can't get off their phones and they're all on their phones. And none of them, I would have been embarrassed. I did not go on my phone because I thought that was embarrassing. I was watching the videos.
I was eating my
being
snack.
present.
Yeah.
Eating your snack.
That the form of escapism that Animal Crossing brings, which is a good form, brings up other topics of bad forms of escapism.
Truly. And I know this might sound like we're
Making up a bunch of BS.
a bunch of things, a bunch of BS, you know what I mean? And obviously, because we're what, how old are we? Like 14, 13, 15, 15, 15. Sorry, we're both 15.
I feel like actually the Animal Crossing music adds to the
appeal of it.
Yeah, the appeal and the ambience. Is that the word?
The music is just so.
It's
I don't
part
know.
of it.
Sometimes
it's part of the game. Like it's like
it's not even just the game. It's literally one of the most fundamental. I don't even think I said that word correctly.
I feel like it's like one of those things. I mean, we haven't done any research on this. We probably should have, but maybe it has those things where it's like a song. You know how songs have like good vibrations?
Yeah.
I don't know if that is like Animal Crossing has.
I don't know, but I'm feeling them good vibrations.
I'm feeling the good vibrations.
Yeah. Sometimes I'd be listening to Animal Crossing music just to get my work done.
Yeah.
It helps.
And
I
guess
think
what?
It truly helps.
And this conversation, it's gonna have Animal Crossing music in the background.
Yeah. So that now that we got into our little conversation and our opinion about the appeal of it, I hope we finished that topic, and I hope that we didn't leave it open ended. But
and I hope you learned something.
Yeah, and if not, then I'll tell you right now. I feel like the appeal is that people just needed things to distract themselves with. That's if I didn't answer the question earlier. That's what
and it
we were
helps
trying to say.
with it's just it helps you escape reality, especially if you're having a hard time in like real life and your life just isn't that good. Sorry.
Yeah, LOL.
You know.
Well,
it doesn't help.
thank you for watching the video. I hope Mr. Call saw this all, and I hope
I hope you liked it.
Yeah, and this is truly one of the funnest projects we had in a long time. So
Funnest.
thank you.